They're going to start hitting shots. Yeah, they obviously have to hit shots against St. Mary's and Creighton, but the defense is playing well. Feel good about that. Feel good about finding a way to still score points, getting to the free throw line and making them at a high clip.
I think the problem was I was looking forward to coming out of these first 3 games and having a player, an individual player that I was just super excited about. Ideally, one of the newcomers.
Gavin Griffiths.
He had a better game. I'm not there, Caleb. I mean, the heart wants what it wants. Yeah. So I'm not there yet with anyone. Like, who would you say you are most your stock is up for you most on in the first 3 games of the entire team right now?
Stock up?
Yeah, like who have you changed or gotten more excited for, even if it's one of the people who came back that you knew some about?
Honestly, probably Aaron Eulis. I was really down on him coming into the year, and I think he's played well, especially when they've gone to some of those small ball lineups. Potentially, Bearcay at the 5, because I feel like that's different than Bearcay at the 3 or the 4, where he's played.
I'm excited about the idea of that. I haven't seen enough to get me excited.
And then I guess from there, to your point, it's probably Cale Jacobson.
Okay, jeez. You played, 5 minutes?
God, it was a beautiful 5 minutes.
And Matt says in the chat, and this is right. He says, still chasing the dragon. That's Keisei.
You're not going to get it.
You hit I know I have a phobia of not feeling that high and being disappointed, right? Of chasing the high that you got the first time around with Keisei, and not the first time around, but last year. And I obviously am bracing for the disappointment of not feeling that high again now.
And because I saw some of the conversation on social media the other night during the game, and I recognize it, and I understand that feeling, especially for folks that are like, it's still football season. They're going to kind of get into basketball now that you're getting some better teams. For all of the good that Keisei Tominaga was for Nebrasketball, he has ruined the experience for folks, especially if they're casual observers and just want to go get a little bit of that excitement, or even the diehards who were living and dying with any time Keisei Tominaga was within a mile of the arena. He has ruined that experience because of how exciting he was as a player and as a person, and Nebraska is just not going to have that guy. You have to find different ways to gauge success and how exciting the team is based on particularly one guy is not going to be that metric.
And your suggestion for that is to get excited about free throw percentage.
We get excited about finding a way to win games, winning games. That's the excitement.
The wild cocaine high of Keisei, a nice decaf coffee, better free throw shooting. It's hard.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. You don't get the cocaine anymore because the cocaine graduated. You got to take what you get and you hope it wins games.
Listen, the feeling will be there if they can have a good next 2 games, right? And to be honest, if they do, that's the thing. If they do perform well in the next 2 games, there's going to be a couple of players that emerge. And obviously, the chat mentioned Gary, obviously, and Gary has played well. He just hasn't been necessarily scoring a ton of points, but he's been playing well. He'll be solid. I have no concerns about him not being the guy or better than the guy he's been since he's been here. So
for sure.
Just to be clear about that. And there were times I said it last year where I thought he was the best player, most important player on the team. And I think we're going to feel that more with him going forward. So I will say that. I don't know that I feel the same way about Bryce though. Like I gotta feel like I don't know. There's a part of me that just feels like I want to see him want to be the guy more.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, you're right, because it feels like, and yes, he has found a way to still score points. He's not seeing the ball go through the hoop a lot outside of hitting the free throws. He disappears on the offensive end for large stretches of time. We said it after the first game. He went 19 minutes between making a shot, and even with the free throws between there, you cannot have that. That's supposed to be your guy. We labeled on a couple weeks ago on our first Nebrasketball brunch show, who is the guy who has to be him? It's got to be Bryce Williams. He tried it out the other night by shaving off the beard and saying, okay, does this just feel a little bit different? He hits 2 shots, and one, and I can't even remember both of them, but I know at least one of them was a dunk.
The dunk was nice, but there wasn't a whole lot more than that.